Hey everybody, welcome to this really janky list of Black-Red Spellweaver Helix. Now this is a prototype, I haven't tested it yet, but we'll see what happens. So the way that this works is Spellweaver Helix. When it enters the battlefield, you exile 2 sorceries from your graveyard. And whenever a player casts one of those sorceries, they get a copy of the other one. So we have 2 combos to maximize Spellweaver Helix potential. The first combo is to exile a Raven's Crime, which is a very simple card. Target player discards a card and has retrace. So you can cast this card from your graveyard by discarding a land and paying its mana cost, which will go infinite if it's Spellweaver's Helixed with Dark Petition. Dark Petition is search your library for any card, and if you have 2 or more instant or sorceries in your graveyard, add triple black. So with Spell Mastery and both cards under Spellweaver's Helix, casting Raven's Crime will give you Dark Ritual. So 1 black mana, you get 3 black mana back. You tutor for any land out of your deck. You discard it to cast Raven's Crime again. You Wits End your opponent by discarding their entire hand. And once you've gotten all the lands out of your deck, your last Dark Petition goes and gets Exsanguinate, and you exsanguinate your opponent to death. Our other win condition in this deck is to Spellweaver Helix Raven's Crime with Worst Fears and kind of like Mindslaver lock our opponent. This one's not literally infinite because we have to draw lands for it to keep working. But if we can take 3 or 4 of our opponent's turns away from them, theoretically we could put ourselves in a way we could win. And with enough of a setup, we could keep this going long enough to kill them with an Akuda Born of Ash. That's the idea anyway. So, yeah. Let's see if this deck works. And as always, if you enjoy this content, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this video if you want to see more videos like this one. I appreciate the support. Thanks. Okay, here we go. Oh, that hand's not keepable. This one might be. We're going to keep this. Second Brutality. Second Brutality to the bottom. Play a Blood Crypt. Tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Celestial Colonnade. Alright, control. Theoretically going to be a decent matchup. So let's 2-mode. We're going to pitch Worst Fears. Have a land, search for Iskanta. We'll take Mana Leak, drain them, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Flooded Strand. Passes the turn. We draw Faithless Looting. Well, let's Looting. Okay. We want to drop Dark Petition and Akuda, Born of Ash. Pass the turn. Unfortunately, we did not find a land. The fact we want to retrace in this deck and still make our land drops tells me I'm probably not running enough lands in this version. Okay, so opponent fetched with Flooded Strand, finds a Hallowed Fountain, plays a Plains. Plays Search for Iskanta. We untap, we draw another Fatal Push. Well, easy Thoughtseize. Mana Leak, Absorb, Terminus, Timely, Path. We're going to take Absorb. Pass the turn. Opponent leaves it on top. Plays a Colonnade. We untap. Yeah, I don't want to show our opponent what we're doing here. I just want them to think we're some janky black deck at the moment. Okay, so versus control. I think we want some Nile spell bombs. And we're going to go down some number of Fatal Push and a Cathartic Reunion, because Cathartic Reunion is super bad if our opponent counters it. I wonder if this deck should be running Smallpox. That'd be fun. Don't know if it's good, but it would be fun. You know, Life from the Loam is a repeatable sorcery. Alright, this hand looks pretty good. Kind of sucks we have Exsanguinate in our opener, but that's alright. We'll make it through. So opponent mulligans to 6. We're going to start Blood Crypt, Faithless Looting. Discard Dackmore Salvage. And I guess Dackmore Salvage. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an island. We untap. No Dackmore Salvage. Draw Worst Fears. We'll play a Swamp. 2 mode. Pitch Worst Fears. Opponent has Absorb and Cryptic Command. Well, I guess we take Absorb. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Glacial Fortress. We untap. No Dackmore Salvage. Draw Dark Petition. So play Urborg. Flashback Faithless Looting. Discard Dark Petition, Spellweaver's Helix. I actually think we should have dredged because we were looking for a Raven's Crime. That was a big mistake on my part. Opponent plays an island. Passes. Dredge Dackmore Salvage. Find another Faithless Looting. Flashback Faithless Looting. Dredge. Nile Spellbomb and Spellweaver's Helix. Drop the salvages, play a Bloodstained Mire, pass the turn. Okay, opponent's got Cryptic mana. They play a Geist of Saint Traft. We're gonna fetch, see if we can't thin our deck. Alright. Dredge time. There's a Raven's Crime. We can Raven's Crime our opponent twice to start getting cards out of their hand. I think that's worth doing. Actually, let's Raven's Crime one time. Discard Dackmore Salvage. Opponent's got a discard. Actually, we have to Raven's Crime them until they don't have a Cryptic. Okay, there's the Cryptic. So we know opponent is holding a Restoration Angel and one other card. Opponent getting in for a lot. We're on a very short clock to do this. We untap. We dredge Dackmore Salvage. Raven's Crime, our opponent. They discard Path. Alright. Let's Spellweaver Helix. Hope our opponent doesn't have a counterspell. They do. So we're going to scoop it up. Okay, bumping up the land count. All right, here we go. Okay, this looks like a good hand. We got both halves of the combo along with a collective brutality. We are on the draw, so we will have more cards right away. We'll keep this hand. Opponent mulligans to 6. I'm going to start Spire of Industry. Wonder what they're playing. Okay, we untap, we draw Ghost Quarter. We'll play a Swamp. Raven's Crime our opponent. Opponent discards Memnite. Oh, goodness. Opponent did not play the 0-drop creature. Thopter Foundry. Alright. We draw Fatal Push. Well, let's go ahead and get our opponent Hellbent. We don't need red mana more than our opponent just needs cards. Okay. So that's out of the way. Perfect. Now we just need Spellweaver Helix. I got rid of Psy. Shoot. Well, that didn't work. I have made a grave error. Opponent gets in for 1. We untap. Draw Faithless Looting. Alright. We have made a grave mistake. Okay. So let's... I guess we bring in Surgicals. That's pretty good against Sword. Maybe Nile Spellbombs. Let's go down the Thoughtseize. Let's go down... I guess the Worst Fears? No. We'll go down Cathartic Reunion. Bloodfast, a push, and a Knight's Whisper. Try like that. Hopefully this doesn't come back to bite us. We'll play first. Okay, lots of Faithless Lootings means we probably get through our deck a lot faster this game. Opponent mulligans to 6. Keeps the 6. Alright. Start Bloodstained Mire, crack Bloodstained Mire, get a Blood Crypt, untapped. Faithless Looting. Discard Worst Fears and Dackmore Salvage. Pass the turn. So we have all of our combo pieces. We just need some Raven's Crimes in the grave. So we are going to dredge this Dackmore Salvage. Opponent starts Spire Mox Opal. Taps for black. Engineered Explosives on 1. Not really sure what for. Dredge Dackmore Salvage. Alright. Faithless Looting. Discard Worst Fears. Dackmore Salvage. Play a Swamp. Pass the turn. We already have a Dark Petition in grave, and it's a card we could actually cast from hand if we needed to. I'm not sure why our opponent put this on 1. Oh, Grinding Station. Our opponent wants to mill us. That puts us in a good place, actually. Okay, Dredge Dackmore Salvage. Double Spell Bomb. Play a Swamp. Faithless Looting. Discard Salvage and Helix. Pass the turn. I guess it's kind of a good thing that our opponent's not doing something that kills us really fast, at least this time. The opponent sacks Engineered Explosives, mills themselves. Plays a Plains. Improvises Sly Requisitioner. Remember, non-token artifact you control is put into a graveyard, create a 1/1 colorless servo. Oh, it's another combo piece. Okay. So Dredge Dackmore Salvage. Looting. Discard. Discard. Play Bloodstained Mire. Pass the turn. Well, we're not very far off of setting up the combo, but I think our opponent is just about to kill us. Opponent plays a Ghost Quarter. Terrarian. Sacks Terrarian. Makes a servo. Untaps Grinding Station. Draws a card. Mills themselves. Sacks the servo, mills himself. Untaps grinding station. Plays a Terrarian. This is a lot of milling. Whatever our opponent wants in the grave, probably sword, they're going to get. Almost certainly. Well, no sword yet. If they get a sword, I think they just win on the spot. There's the sword. Opponent had 2 more looks with artifacts, provided they didn't draw any. His opponent can sack Darksteel Citadel. Is this infinite? Yes, it is infinite. They sack Darksteel Citadel, so Sly Requisitioner triggers. They get Sword of the Meek. Sun taps Grinding Station. They're milling us. Yeah, that's a sweet infinite combo. Heck, that's the deck I should be playing. Got like 3 different Thopter Sword combos and Tezzerets. Too bad I can't afford Mox Opals, because they're expensive. But hey, this is what we're brewing for. We're learning. Alright, we see it. Let's do one more. See if we can't at least get the combo off. We'll play first. We got a handful of hand hate. We'll keep. Relatively slow, but hopefully enough to slow our opponent down enough. Going to mulligan, that's good for us. Mulliganed again. We put 1 card to the bottom. So start swamp, Inquisition. Ancient Stirrings, Chromatic Star, and Sylvan Scrying. We'll take Chromatic Star. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an Urza's Mine. Gets a sphere anyway, sure. Play Bloodstained Mire, crack Bloodstained Mire. Get a Blood Crypt, untapped. Let's 2 mode. Pitch Worst Fears. Let's take Sylvan Scrying. No. Let's take Ancient Stirrings. Pass the turn. If we get a land, we could just Inquisition Worst Fears. But I don't know that we can do anything with our opponent's turn that makes it real nasty. When it gets another sphere, plays a mine. Draw Faithless Looting. Well, that's Faithless Looting. Draw Night's Whisper, Ghost Quarter. Let's drop Night's Whisper, drop Brutality. Inquisition. Take Sylvan Scrying. Opponent is a million miles off of Ulamog. Pass the turn. Heck, now we just need some Raven's Crimes. Opponent finds a tower. Cracks for green. Nothing. We untap. There's a Raven's Crime. Well, Raven's Crime our opponent. Opponent discards Ulamog. We pass. All we need in the next 3 draws is like Dark Petition and a couple of lands. Relic! Oh, I forgot they main deck Relic. Take out the tower, I guess. That was a good top deck for our opponent. We are now way out of action and their top decks are way better than ours. Alright, looting. Discard. Discard. Pass the turn. Oh, geez. There's a land. Pass the turn. I guess we just have to pray they have nothing. And continue to have nothing. Well, they keep drawing lands. Well, that's looting. The worst part is that's one of our Raven's Crimes, and we need 2 in the grave. There's a Dark Petition. Drop Dark Petition, drop Mountain. Play a Swamp. Pass the turn. Wormcoil Engine. Alright. There's a Raven's Crime. Raven's Crime our opponent. It's all as dust. Alright. Play Spellweaver's Helix. We got the 2 cards under Spellweaver's Helix now after much difficulty. All we need is to draw a Raven's Crime. If we draw a Raven's Crime, we win the game. This goes really, really wrong if our opponent gets an O-Stone, a Karn, or an Ulamog. But we have a chance. Not a big one, but a chance. Opponent gets in for 6. Takes us to 13. Alright, Walking Ballista. We have, like, this turn to draw Raven's Crime. Well, I guess that keeps us alive for one turn. So opponent pings us a bunch. They have to top deck a land, and we have to top deck Raven's Crime. And if we do, we win. And Karn. Fun police. Fun police Tron. Let's see, we would have looting. But we wouldn't have found it anyway. Alright. Alright. Damping Spheres coming in. Is that it? Damping Sphere? Fatal Push seems super bad. Like, omega bad. In fact, I would rather have Surgical Extractions than Fatal Push. We'll try it like that. Can't believe it. We had the combo assembled twice. But no fun was allowed. Feels so weird not to have a beard. Alright. We'll play first. This is a really risky hand. If this was a Blood Crypt, I'd say yes. But I don't think we can keep that. Alright. Alright, this goes somewhere. We'll keep this one. Opponent mulled to 5. Mulled to 4. This is like the unluckiest Tron opponent. Alright, they put one card on top. So whatever it is, they want it. We'll play a Blood Crypt. Oh, you know what I just realized? Damping Sphere, like, straight up doesn't allow this deck to win. Take Chromatic Star. Pass the turn. One plays a Mine. Plays a Chromatic Sphere. We draw Night's Whisper. Okay, so let's fetch up a Swamp. Night's Whisper. Okay, good draws. Opponent cracks for green. Ancient Stirrings. Finds a tower. Plays a tower. Plays a relic. We just not win with a relic online? Oh, Faithless Looting. Let's drop... I guess Mire and Brutality. Play a Swamp. Play Damping Sphere. Pass the turn. Put a Cracks Relic. Has Tron. We find Dark Petition. So let's Faithless Looting. Discard Raven's Crime. Dark Petition. Play Ghost Quarter. We cannot Spellweaver Helix. But we can Night's Whisper. Pass the turn. Oh, this is so bad. I think we need Worst Fears at this point. Oh, thank you, opponent. Thank you so much. We untap. We draw a swamp. Play a swamp. Play Spellweaver's Helix. Hit Raven's Crime. Dark Petition. Let's Ghost Quarter the tower. Stop on our opponent's draw step. Surgical the tower. Opponent has a Karn, Scavenger Grounds, Ulamog, and Wormcoil. No more towers for you, opponent. That was enough to get him to concede. Combo assembled, but not what we needed to win. Alright, let's try this again. Need some other anti-Tron tech than Damping Sphere. Honestly, it might just be Ghost Quarters in the side. Because Damping Sphere is so terrible in this deck. I didn't even think about that. That's awful. Shuts off our own combo. Opponent sided into 61 cards, worth noting. Alright, this hand's not amazing. And they kept 7. Let's mulligan. Alright. We'll keep. Inquisition we'll put on top. Maybe some Thought Seizes can get us there. Opponent starts Mind Map. So we draw Inquisition. Start Inquisition. Take Relic. Opponent's going to have Natural Tron into Karn. We draw Raven's Crime. Does that change anything? I don't think so. I think we need to hit Surgical to even stay alive. So fetch Blood Crypt. Faithless Looting. There's Damping Sphere. Drop Night's Whisper, Night's Whisper. Thoughtseize our opponent. But this is going to be... Oh, they have 3 Karn liberated. Sometimes you just have triple Karn. So our opponent gets the last Tron piece. They play a Karn, they're going to exile a land, and we're donezo. There's like nothing we can do about that. Yeah. Karn wins. No, we won a game off of Surgical Extraction.